Imagine winning the biggest, most grueling race in the world, standing on the top step of the podium in Paris, wearing the yellow jersey, having your name etched into the history books alongside legends like Hinault, Merckx, and Indurain. Now imagine no one remembering you. No documentaries, no murals, no legacy, just silence. This is the story of Óscar Pereiro, the Tour de France winner that time forgot. Remember to subscribe and press the like button. This helps us a lot. And by the end of this video, we'll tell you what he's doing now. And trust us, it's not what you'd expect from someone who seemingly vanished from cycling history.
O mais combativo do
Muito
Tour,
bem.
Óscar Pereiro.
Presença merecida deste corredor aqui, nosso vizinho.
Óscar Pereiro, a Spanish cyclist born in Galicia, wasn't supposed to win the Tour. He wasn't even supposed to be a contender. In 2006, he was riding for Kees d'Epargne, a solid team but far from dominant. The stars of the time? Floyd Landis, Ivan Basso, Jan Ullrich, Alexander Vinokourov. These were the names headlining that year's race. But 2006 wasn't a normal Tour.
The Spanish doctor at the heart of the Operation Puerto doping case, Dr. Eufemiano Fuentes, has been found guilty of endangering public health and has been given a 1-year suspended jail sentence in court. He has also been barred from medical practice in sports for 4 years in order to pay a €4,650 fine. It is 7 years since police raided Fuentes' Madrid clinics, seizing more than 100 blood bags in one of cycling's biggest doping scandals. Judge Julia Santamaria found Fuentes' practices of blood doping were aimed purely at improving athletes' performances, but that they also posed a threat to the athletes' health.
Before the first stage even began, the sport was thrown into disarray. Operation Puerto, a massive doping investigation in Spain, exploded just weeks before the race. Top contenders like Basso and Ullrich were pulled from the Tour. The field was suddenly wide open, and it showed. The race became erratic, unpredictable, and chaotic. Landis looked like the strongest. He took the yellow jersey, then cracked spectacularly on stage 16, lost 10 minutes. Everyone wrote him off. Then came stage 17. Landis launched a legendary solo attack, riding over 4 mountain passes and reclaiming nearly all his lost time. It was hailed as one of the greatest comebacks in Tour history. He retook the yellow jersey and ultimately crossed the finish line in Paris as the winner. But the celebrations didn't last long.
I'm very disappointed in this news. And I read a quote on his mother that stated that she would fully support him returning his medal if these allegations come out to be true, and I agree with that. So it's just disappointment. And it seems that there's a big problem in cycling right now with doping.
Days later, news broke. Floyd Landis had tested positive for synthetic testosterone. The comeback wasn't just improbable, it was chemically enhanced. The cycling world, already bruised by scandals, reeled once more. Landis was stripped of his title, and the man who finished second, Óscar Pereiro. He was now officially the winner of the 2006 Tour de France, the most prestigious cycling race on the planet, and yet it didn't feel that way. Pereiro didn't stand on the podium in Paris as champion. He didn't spray champagne as the world cheered. His title came by technicality months later, behind closed doors. To fans, the 2006 Tour was the Landis Tour, a story of scandal, not triumph. And Pereiro, he became the footnote. Even in Spain, his win wasn't celebrated like Indurain's 5 tours. There were no parades, no national outpouring, no massive contracts. Why? Because narratives matter. Sport isn't just about results. It's about stories. Fans remember the attacker who defied the odds, the underdog who rose, the champion who overcame. And in Pereiro's case, the story wasn't heroic. It was administrative. Worse, some questioned whether he even deserved it. Pereiro had gained massive time in a breakaway allowed by the peloton. Some said it was gifted, others argued he was savvy. But with the doping shadow hanging over the sport, fans were skeptical of everyone, guilty until proven innocent. Pereiro never came close to winning the Tour again. He continued racing but gradually faded. He switched teams, suffered injuries, and eventually retired. He did have some success elsewhere, placing well in multiple editions of Paris-Nice and the Vuelta a Castilla y León. He was known for his aggressive style and breakaway instincts, which brought him individual stage wins and fan respect within the peloton. After retiring, he briefly managed in football with Celta de Vigo, then took an unexpected turn. He got into rally driving. Competing in regional Spanish events, Pereiro swapped 2 wheels for 4, showing his love for adrenaline never really left. So what is Óscar Pereiro doing now? Despite being forgotten by many fans, he's far from lost. Pereiro is now a respected cycling commentator on Spanish television and radio. He appears regularly in major race coverage, including the Tour de France, offering expert analysis and behind-the-scenes insight. He's also involved in event organization and gives motivational talks. In short, he's doing just fine. He may have been forgotten by the headlines, but not by the sport itself. Today, if you ask casual cycling fans to name Tour winners, most won't mention Pereiro. He's the answer to a trivia question, a forgotten name among legends. But maybe that's unfair. Pereiro didn't cheat, he didn't dope, he raced, he endured, and he outlasted a field that crumbled under its own scandals. He was there, he survived the chaos, and by the rules of the sport, he won. He may not have had the fairy tale, but he earned the title. So maybe it's time we rewrite the story. Maybe it's time we remember Óscar Pereiro, not as the guy who got lucky, but as the man who stood tall when cycling nearly collapsed. After all, history isn't just about what happened. It's about who we choose to remember. And now, you know his name. If you liked the video, hit like and subscribe. Did Pereiro deserve more credit? Or was 2006 just too messy to have a real champion?